Dance ya kanisa, dance ya kanisa, dance ya kanisa. Hey guys, and welcome to KalekyeMumoLive&Uncut. Yes, this is our second edition of our relationships take on different things that are affecting us, different things that surely are affecting me and maybe holding me back from getting into a relationship na vile mnatakanga nikuwe hooked up. We're here to solve that. And this amazing show is now at our home, that is the Highland Suites, an amazing serviced apartments opportunity for anybody, whether it is for short stay or long stay. They are serviced apartments with amazing flow. We are in an amazing one bedroom. I love it because it is so spacious. The sitting room is huge. The kitchenette, just enough for you. The bedroom, this is what I like. It has space, and an amazing bathroom. There's more to this place than you know. From a gym, there is a conference facility, there's a pool at the rooftop, yes, which we absolutely love. We are going to find a show that we are going to do swimming. I don't know how, but we are going to find one. The brave person who comes on this show and we swim together. That will be a show. But we are loving our space and we hope that you get to check it out and visit us once or twice or thrice. We never know. You could also be on this set. Right now, though, we need to get into a conversation about values. And this is really such a thing that is sometimes ignored when you're getting to start to date or picking a mate for a life partner. So joining me to kind of deliberate on this Toro, Moji Shortbabaa.
Yeah.
You have to say, Ni Shorty Baba. You know,
Shorty Baba.
I know, no. Say, sema vile usema kwa song.
Shorty Baba.
Ivo. She's a mother of two and expecting. Hiya. What?
I didn't learn my lesson.
You did not learn your lesson? First of all, how shocked was I to discover that there's another baby? Because you were pregnant last year.
Last year. Just this one, before BBI.
So now, also, I mean...
See, now they have to grow together.
Oh, that's your story.
Yes, we have to help pay this debt, so
we
have to do it together.
So everything now is before BBI and after.
After BBI.
Wow.
This is the after BBI baby.
This is the after BBI baby.
Yes.
And congratulations, you got married recently
Yes,
as well.
I did. Yes,
hey,
I
well,
did.
you're just blowing them out to the park.
New Year's resolutions,
Yeah.
you make them in January and then it hits you in August and you're like, crap. I've not achieved anything. Let's get married. Let's have a baby. Let's do it.
Are you
all
telling me
before
that's
December.
what I need to do? Are you saying I've been doing it all wrong?
You've been doing it all wrong. Just procrastinate.
2020. I will make that New Year's resolution. If it's as simple as she said, but I highly doubt. For me, it's just about, of course, there's a value system that has to be, part of it, yeah? So the reason I wanted to talk about value systems in relationships and how you choose a partner is because I have been that person who always says my value system and what is important to me very early on when I meet someone. And it's always taken as, hey man, kwani, hey, why are you brushing me away? So Moji, maybe you can tell me from a dude's perspective. First of all, what is, how important are values to you?
I think it's important because, first of all, my background, I was born into tuseme shida. Ukizaliwa kwa shida utaishi mtaani. So mtaani, the houses are very... There's really no secrets in the mtaa. Like everything is really...
Kila mtu anasikia kenye neighbor anasema.
That's why sometimes people ask me, hey, why do you have so many stories? When they're like, okay, I have so many stories because there are no secrets where I come from.
Ulikuwa unasikia.
Ulikuwa lazima, like, tungesikia Cindy wakiwe kumtoina.
That is so funny, by the way.
Like, to get out one. Tungesikia everything. Because nyumba ni za mabati, there's that thing. Kuna ulikuwa nasikia, like, it was a ripple effect. Ulikuwa nasikia watu imeanza huko, nasikia imeanza huko.
Like, it's just
like everybody anasikia. So, where I come from, hakuna siri. So, ukiona hizo issues of value systems na nini, like even like sisi wenyewe tulikuwa like you have a parcel of land and then the grandfather and grandmother wako hapa tuseme and then all the other kids
are built within there. So ni wote ni
familia. So kama ni domestics tunaona zote. So ikifika ni values, mimi learn tulikuwa tunaona live wase wana value systems venye itakuwa shida.
Okay.
Because one thing, if maybe the common one was you find somebody that doesn't value people, value family. So in those houses, that one house we don't enter. We don't even know if they bought a TV or they didn't buy, or if they
avoid kabisa because unajua hawapendi watu.
Because unapata maybe it was your uncle or maybe it was your aunt, or maybe the person they have married, they don't value people, they don't value
the family,
they don't value togetherness, they don't value, you understand? So for me that was one thing. Like,
so family is a big value to you.
Big value to me. So unapata pia stuff like maybe values when it comes to maybe alcohol and stuff like that, and you see it affecting people. Kabisa, if first of all you didn't have that conversation, or you didn't consider those things. So for me, I think values are a very big thing. Otherwise, when you enter a relationship, when it's serious, when it's marriage, and when you're having kids, it really like sasa it comes full circle kabisa. Na inakuja sasa inakuwa sasa it's not what do you value, what do I value? Is that whatever you value and whatever they value are now affecting us nasa kabisa.
Because we have to align. And Cindy, now you're married and you've been in a relationship previously. The differences between choosing those values. I mean, maybe you can talk about your own experiences if you would let us into your world and just share with us.
And something I'm very happy to talk about because I was in 3 long-term relationships. When I say long-term, I mean more than 5 years. Almost back to back.
Wow.
Looking for the ideal mate and looking for love and inner fulfillment and all these things that women will look for. But it took me having my heart broken 3 times, being a single mom and struggling with that reality to realize that the values was not in the guys, it was in me.
Oh wow.
It was the lack of values that I had. And the lack of esteem that I had and how I used to view myself and how I used to feel that what they gave me is what I deserved. You know what I mean? So if you're dating a guy who, for example, is a drug addict or just does not give you the time of day, I would accept that because I felt, okay, no, this is what I deserve. This is my token. And if anything, I can make him better. Because, you know, when you're young and you're foolish.
Crew umesikia? Young and foolish.
You're young and you're foolish. When you're young and you're foolish, you tend to believe that your circumstances do not change. And you also believe that you have the power to change people. And you have the power to make people love you. Stemming from how you grew up, I grew up with a lot of, you know, love stories and soap operas and that kind of thing. It honestly filled my head. And I believed that if I just worked a little harder, if I just pushed this guy a little bit, if I just compromised a little bit,
he will give me that
fulfillment. 5 years down the line, you realize, hiya,
hakuna.
If anything, he's worse and he's resenting you for not accepting him for his flaws.
But I like what
Cindy said.
Cindy Ogana. Famous. I like what Cindy said because it's all about what you value.
Right.
It's all about, like, first of all, that's what, you know, you have something to tick against, like, understand, like, that's, because if you know what you value and you know it, then utajua.
Ispendi,
inapenda na isipendi. Utakuwa too live about it. So guys sometimes wana wenyewe hata unapata guys atadanganya, this is what, si kitu anakuwa too mean. So ukijua kawa ni dem unafaa kujua what you value, utakuwa sure that this is something we need to talk about and deal with it. Kama wenyewe uko na shida ya mtu kuongelesha watu vibaya. Now guys should not pia again take your flaws and say their values. You understand?
Explain.
So kama mimi vile nimetoka mtaani nasema mimi mtu hezi niongelesha hivyo ndo nimegrow. So in kama is a value, is something I value. Like me, by the way, people can't talk to me like this, I have to deal with it. That's a flaw you have to deal with. It's not a
value.
It's not a value.
Because values are things that you hold in high regard that actually make you feel good about yourself. They'll never make you feel angry. They should not make you feel angry.
But we exalt flaws. Like me, by the way, you know, that's me, that's who I am. So it's like no. It's not who you, it's who you want to be. Because you don't want to deal with that you don't want to deal with the roots.
Yeah.
With the root issue that's really like bugging.
And I like what he's saying. In every extreme emotion, there's a root.
Yeah.
It does not just generate from somewhere. So if you are the kind of person who is rude, or you're the kind of person who's standoffish, or the kind of person you're always angry all the time, and I'm sure we all know those people. They're angry all the time.
Yeah.
Like, ay, boss.
And they
drink water.
Take a Panadol.
Take two.
Yeah, drink water, breathe, walk, something. It's so deep seated, and it comes into the value system, because a lot of the things that we consider in high regard, like you're saying, we value negativity, it comes from somewhere. It's learned behavior, you know? So a lot of the, guys going around acting with all these extreme emotions, they learn it from somewhere. Like for you being mtani and seeing all these things, it's so easy for you to think, sex is normal. You know what I mean?
Ulisikia
from the time you were 6, 5, 2.
You're hearing it in the neighborhood.
You're hearing it in the neighborhood. So it's so easy for you to get into sexual addiction. So easy to have sex when you're 12. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
All these things are learned behaviors. And even our value set systems are learned behaviors. The thing with the relationships, because talk about values and relationships, these learned behaviors come into play when you're now 2 people. Whatever junk you learned from the time you're a twin, whatever junk I've learned from the time I'm a twin, now let's compare.
Yeah.
Now you can bring it in.
You come and bring it in.
And now, speaking of compare, at which stage, how soon should you now say, these are the things that are important to me, these are my values? You've met somebody,
right.
And okay, I'll speak for myself. Being in my 40s, ain't nobody got time to waste.
Yes.
This conversation is not about no, ain't nobody got that time. I am looking for a life partner.
Exactly.
So I will be interested in getting to know you as a friend, but at some point I'm going to want to lay down my values,
right.
And say, listen, God is important to me. God is number one. Family is a very big deal. Moji, my family is a big deal in my life. And I want to say these are the things that I hold in high regard, but I don't know how soon to bring it up.
Let me just take this one, because I have been around.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yes, as I said earlier on, it took me being in 3 long-term relationships to realize the values start from the beginning.
Okay.
In the beginning.
In the beginning,
the values start. So what you see is what you get. The chick will not change, the guy will not change.
Yeah.
There's a front for a couple of days.
Yeah.
When maybe you're chatting on social media, on WhatsApp, blah, 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 you meet for a couple, those are fronts. But eventually as human beings, we get tired. And then we just start showing our true selves.
Yeah.
That true self that is being shown, that is now when you make the decision and say, you know what, I can take this and this I cannot take. Now, there is a spanner in the works. There is also compromise that needs to come in order for a relationship to work. It can't always be your way.
The highway.
Trust me, you'll have a check-off system, but eventually you'll just throw it off and say, okay, let's sit and talk. Tukubaliane. Yeah, let's sit and talk, have our own constitution. Because you realize that a lot of these value systems you have, maybe it comes from heart.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, you must be this, you must be this, you must be this, because you don't want to go back to
a painful situation.
Okay. And this guy is like, no, what are these you're bringing my way? And then for guys, you're like, she must be beautiful, body, blah, 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 skin looking like, when she gets pregnant.
At the window.
Yes! Everything just moves with gravity. 2 centimeters down, 5, things change.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of compromise.
Yeah.
But there are some core values that you need to just say, okay, am I willing to deal with it for the rest of my life? Yeah. And if you are, you take it, you swallow it, and later on in life, you cannot complain because you had an opportunity. Yeah.
But Moji, you mentioned earlier that guys will lie and guys will try and pretend to hide certain things, right? So I'm going to give you guys my experience. I met a guy and I was like, okay, he's in his 40s, great. My first thing was, God is important to me. Do you go to church? Yeah. which church? He names a church, and I'm like, okay, I don't know it, but you see, you can't know all the churches, right? So I said, okay, all right. You know, in fact, the thing that everybody uses now.
Redeemed Christian Fellowship.
Yeah, you know, so it's
Holy Ghost Fire Corner.
Because it sounds redeemed is popular, you know, or you'll say what's it, Mavuno, because it's popular.
Yeah. Sawa.
So I was like, excellent, you know, like that's a big tick for me, and I'm like, okay, the rest we'll get to know you, but that one's a big one. So then come a Sunday, and I'm like, I'm singing in church, you want to come? He's like, I have to come. I was so confused. I said, it would be nice if you came to worship with us, and then the weekend I'm not singing, I can come and we go to your church.
Yes.
Okay. A dude came to church. You know, worship is for we are here. Yeah. At least that's my church. Is we get on and we praise the Lord. A dude stood like this for 30 minutes.
Arms crossed.
Like that. So I was so distracted for some minutes. Then I was like, no, this is about God. Please stop. Because I was like, what? Like this? What? Yeah. And so I didn't take it seriously at the time, and I thought maybe your church is different, you know, maybe, and I left it at that. Then I said, after some time, I was like, okay, so we're going to church on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. He says, can I take a rain check? I was like, what now? I mean, people take rain checks on dates. Rain check on church is, I've never had. Ndio ulale unaniambia utachukua rain check. So you know, at that point I realized, hey Kalekye man, hapa kuna kitu, because we've never seen this guy's church, we've never gone. And you know, getting him to come to my church, he came once. At the point where somebody's lying like that, nini inakuanga inaenda through majama's head yani, because man hiyo ilikuwa lie mbaya.
Tell us, Moji.
Just fafanua tu kidogo, jaribu.
Unajua mara moja unapata madem anajijua what a chick that knows like what they want and knows herself. Most times she will come and say, you know,
these are the things that matter.
What's your 5-year plan? Blah blah blah.
You've got to ask you for your 5-year plan.
There's a chick I tried to holler at. And she called me. I called her and she was like, okay, so you know me, I'm pretty straightforward. So tell me, what do you want? I was like, yo, chill.
No, but that's what I'm talking about. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I think the best thing in Akwanga, let's just, you see, like, you even tell you, like, guys, and Cindy can tell you maybe. Guys, sometimes hata auto utamwambia na yeye mwenyewe ataanza tu kutaja vitu, ataanza tu kukuambia vitu, you understand, like ukimuuliza hivi straight conversations. That's why is the term we need to talk very famous,
because guys are afraid of it.
It's the most dangerous 3 words like a guy has ever heard.
Why?
Because guys don't like to talk about it, but if you observe, so unaona kama yeye he didn't have to tell you I don't go to church.
Niliona tu,
but if you observe utacheki. So most times when you ask guys like this just to get over the story, they'll either lie, you understand, or
because they don't want to say,
or they don't want to explain. They don't want to tell you, maybe me, by the way, I've not gone to church for.
But let me ask you, is it generally all guys don't like to be asked, or is this a learned thing? All guys. It's all guys.
No, chicks like to talk about stuff like, yo, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
How was the interview? Nitakwambia. If start talking about me and Cindy will go to her husband. How was the interview? Cindy will say everything. You know, one guy had cameraman. One cameraman or the sound guy could not choose whether to stay naked or wearing a sweater. You know, she'll say all those things. And then you know, but window is what? Ilikuwa fresh by the way. Cindy alikuwa hapo, Kalekye, it was.
And that will be the end of your story.
And by the way, me, I have explained. So guys don't like. So most times, kama guys anataka tu kuscore, atakwambia tu a lie or avoid the story.
But Moji, in this many lies and
avoidance,
you know, life is moving on.
Yeah.
The sun is rising and setting.
Yes.
we're not getting any younger. So now if there's this chick you want to holler at, like this chick who asked you what's the story
one time?
Yes, I know.
Live you were like,
yeah,
I want to buy you coffee fast. Niko na hata budget.
I know, but you know, initially you had seen her like, yo, this chick is nice, blah blah, I'd like to holler at her.
Yeah.
And she came a bit forward and said, so what do you want? Why does that put you back? Because
if you know what you
want, because why were you hollering at her?
I knew you wanted to
have coffee with your cousin.
That's what I want.
Yourself. Yeah. But you know, sometimes even guys are not sure what they want.
Now let's be honest.
Okay. Guys are not quite sure what they want, because they say maybe this is a pretty face, let me see what's behind the pretty face kwanza ni on WhatsApp, because acha nikwambie something that inafanyikanga most times you'll find guys will go there tuko nje, look for sijui girls wapi, sijui Brazilian nini, and then come marry that one friend that has been there all this time, because he wasn't sure what he wanted. You ask a guy at 18 what they want and they'll tell you, amekuwa amebeba. You get. And of course, I'm not old, but age imenionyesha that's nothing really.
Yeah.
That's not what we want.
Yeah.
That's what we think we want.
Yeah.
But ikifika time yenye juu unapatanga
dem amebeba, maybe amebeba, but she'll never ever
kuna saying maboys
hata kubeba na roho yake akusaidie when
kuna saying maboys usema sometimes huwa na mademo rembo kwa barabara nini, alafu nasikia boys amesema by the huyu mazee kuna boy sasa achukui simu zake. Kwa sababu unapata chicks maybe ni msupa, lakini kwa chale kisha kuja kumkatia na nini, anakuja na realize by the way ama hata sema ude mada
no, maybe
it's not all that.
It's not all that.
Do boys are values but hataki kuongea kuzihusu.
But he knows them somewhere inside when he meets her.
Yeah, they're there.
But this is the thing. Do you feel like you've said now you're older, you've seen things are different? Do you feel that you are less scared of the let's talk? Ama bado hujafika hapo? Or a chick who is upfront with what she wants, is she less scary now than she was when you were 18, 21? Has it changed?
Unajua ngori ya wanaume acha nikwambie. Let me tell you. Shida ya wanaume na yenyewe ukweli, this is it. Again, is sometimes they know what they want but they can't say. You see, like a guy will go to a chick and he just wants to maybe sleep with her.
Yes.
So, udem akianza kuleta story, let's talk about our future, let's talk about of course, bado anakuwa scared because I know my future and your future are two different.
They are very things.
But of course, in a relationship, sometimes guys ataki maybe hizo conversations are maybe like a fight ama nini. Guys always postpone because most guys are not confrontational ama nini.
That is so
most guys are not confrontational. Most guys are like, can we move past it? Hata kama najua ni blanda and I will fix it. It's less, can we not talk about it? But I know. Because okay, I know I messed up. So guys are not confrontational.
Oh my God. I don't know if it's confrontational or they don't like to admit and deal with the fact that there is a situation that maybe you as a dude got all wrong and you don't want to say it. I don't know, Cindy, if you've seen that he knows, like Moji is saying, and he's like, let's not talk about it. And I'm like, no, but all you had to do is say, I messed this up, I am sorry, and I will not do it again, or try not to do it again. Like, you've met guys who have, they know, but they're acting like, see, we just move on.
Most times I've had chick friends.
Yeah.
Mademu akipata boys mwenye ako in touch na feelings zake sana. Ayo demo boys ataachwa.
Come on.
That's not true.
Hatuwezi kuwa na demo wili huyu jamaa ako na feelings sana.
Okay, kuna machali wako na too many feelings. You know, as in everything you must discuss. You're like, guys, you tell your boys.
Like you also have other people to talk to.
Yes. But before I get married, the church I go to, Mavuno, let me say, and like Kalekye's friend.
Not friend anymore. Not friend.
You have to do premarital counseling called Ndoa. And in Ndoa, we learn about the characteristics of men and women. And we learn that men think from a different side of the brain than women. So for us, we're in touch with the side of the brain that's words per minute. And then we are wired for details. We're wired for conversation.
Yeah.
We're wired for emotions. But men are wired in a very different way. That when they are faced with a situation, they first implode. They're like, sawa nimesikia.
Then inside,
boom! Then they process it. A week, 2 weeks, a month. And then when they're ready to, you've moved on.
Because nearly die.
Yeah. Umejenga, you know, sahi ni tu the roof that is left. Kila kitu. But that's the time when that's the time when now the guy is ready to talk. So this is now where the compromise comes in, where men have to understand how women are. Even for you as you date, you have to realize that as women, especially in this day and age where a lot of women are taken advantage of, let's be honest. So you will probably meet a lot of girls who will be straightforward and say, yo Moji, I know who you are and I appreciate the phone calls and WhatsApps, but what is going on? Unajisikia mimi au jisikia? And it's not Musini West, and it's not chicks being too forward or men being too slow. It's just the time that we're living in. So it's also a compromise that guys need to make now and know how chicks are, and it's also us chicks to understand how guys are, and not to be so upfront and confrontational. Because in my date, the stories, guy, Kalekye, that's another show.
So now that we've established how important, of course, it is to choose some of these values, I think one of the things that people find themselves stuck in is the fact that they started dating someone, made a compromise, dated for a couple of, not months, years.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, it becomes a big thing. And yes, given people can be dating and change and blah, blah, blah. But now you find yourself, you're here. This is a value maybe you didn't even know that you had or held in high regard. And then it comes later on, woman dated him for 2.5 years. Alafu anakuambia, unajua, hii kitu. And it becomes an issue. I don't know how, you're dating now. So just imagine that 2 years from now, the woman you're dating shocks me with a value that she didn't know she cared for and now cares for, and you feel nothing for it. How do you handle that situation, man?
I don't think anything in a surprise. Like it was either there and you want maybe you wanted to like wish it away. I'm hope it's gonna change. Like,
pray it
away and stuff like that. Like most times, it's jua mapema, know what you can compromise on.
Exactly.
Know if you can compromise on it. If it's something that maybe it won't change, but you can. There's a way you like
you can do it.
You stomach it. Then I think maybe that's it. But most times, after within, that's for me. Me advise people, not advise, but I had these things kitambo. Like I used to see, I hear it kitambo. That it's good to date like your friend.
And
it is good.
And I think it's good because you know your friend. You see, if we are friends, Kalekye, like nobody forces me to come to your house.
You just hang out naturally.
So in a manner, there's something that's making us gravitate to each other. And yes, even all your friends, you don't agree over everything.
Yes, correct.
But there's
some common things.
Some common things that you agree on.
Speaking about values, and also I'd like to touch on religion a bit. There are people who have the same religion, relationships don't work. You know? And they have the same value system religion-wise. They believe in God, whatever they call God, but it does not work. And then there are others who do have different beliefs, but the relationship works. So believing in a spiritual being and having that same value system is very important in terms if that is your basis of making decisions, if that is your mantra, if that is your everyday, that's how you want to raise your kids. However, it is also important to realize that there are other compromises that can be made within religions where relationships can work, but it depends on what God is to you.
Yeah.
So like for you, you're a very spiritual person, not religious, you're spiritual.
Yes.
You're in tune with your spirit and you're in tune with your God.
Yeah.
And you want somebody who is the same,
right.
because that's how you relate. That's how you understand love. So it makes sense for you to meet somebody who shares that same value system, and that is why your previous relationship didn't work.
Yeah.
However, if you are spiritual, but you're neither here nor there, he could be Jesus, he could be Buddha, he could be Muhammad, then, you know, whoever comes and is neither here or there, you're able still to build a relationship because
that's what you guys value.
Because that's what you guys value.
Yeah.
But in the question that you said, there are guys who are dating and then, you know, 2, 6, 10 months down the line, you realize, it's not working. Is it that they did not realize in the beginning, or whatever the case might be? You have to ask them why they got into the relationship in the first place.
Okay.
Did they get into the relationship for, you know, lifetime reasons, like they wanted a partner? Did they get into a relationship so they can love themselves? Because a lot of these things, I feel, are interpersonal, and I'm speaking from my personal experience. You know, there are demons that you're fighting, and you're using a human being to fight them. There are those who use alcohol, who use drugs, who use sex to fight their demons, but the people who use relationships, you just want to be loved, you want somebody to text, you want to belong. And the thing with relating and human beings, you can tell when you're being used.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You can tell this person is not in it for me. Because if you're the kind of person who I was in my previous relationships, you overcompromise. Mtu anakutendea maneno and you're like, but no, it's okay, I forgive, and that seems to be a lot of the situation going around these days. It's interpersonal.
Because you just need that feeling.
You just need that feeling of being loved.
I felt in my life for a very long time, I had this need to be in love for the sake of love's sake.
Yes.
That I just needed to have somebody there for me, not to be alone, because and I know it stems from how I was being brought up, the things that were told to me. You know, I was put into my head the fear of God of you will get pregnant before you're married, just like your cousin, you know, this. If you come home late, let's say you went to the neighbors to play, you come home late, you are with boys, you know, it was really, really intense, right? To the point where my mom is like, are you sure you got your period? Bring your pad, you know, like really intense. So it became a thing of, I was so afraid to date that when I realized, okay, now you're in your late 20s, you're not dating. What is wrong with you? I went running like there was something wrong with me that I needed to fix. So anybody who showed me interest and was nice to me, I was ready to give them my whole life.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. I was ready to be there for them. Hata kama wakisema nini, I'll make excuses and stuff. So I had to go back and fix this thing that was messed up within me to realize that the value for being in a relationship was all wrong. Yes, I do value the relationship, but the reason why I wanted to be in it was wrong. So she's right. Sometimes we have to go back into self. For dudes, I'd say, Moji, you know, you've also got to be a bit more open to the fact that you understand that girls like to talk. You've just told me, women, you talk about everything. So, of course, I think to your fellow brothers, the advice is that since you know they like to talk, allow them to talk, and also just even communicate a bit. Because I think the lack of communication causes so many unwanted heartbreaks. Unapata ulidampiwa na hata ujui ulidampiwa nini. Juu hata uko una communicate that you need some time. And we get it, man caves, we get it, that sometimes you need to have your space. But I think as you grow older, and Cindy, maybe you'll agree with me, as you grow older, you realize that sometimes you also don't want that dude to talk to you all the time. You want to give him his space, and you want, because there's the other thing of you give a guy space, you give him time to go to his man cave, and like, you're not following me. And I'm like, no, dude, go do you. And you know, when you're ready, come back. Exactly. But it's a balance. But value systems are important.
I think observe. I think chicks should really observe. Guys. Because chicks wanasemanga like, chicks one day anasema tu, unajua mimi nikiwa na hasira, mimi siongeleshangi mtu. Unajua mimi nikiwa like, so hata we actually know. Okay, so we'll be there.
So paying attention.
And then guys will just, the non-verbal is really big. Like when you're observing guys, you see.
So we should observe non-verbal cues from men.
Because how men will treat other people, they might pretend for a while, but mwisho,
it will be the real thing.
He will bring now that all that behavior into the house. So if aongea na familia yake, if you treat waiters and everybody badly, and it is only you and treat poor, it's only a matter of time.
It's a show. It's Aisha.
So let's observe, and also let's listen.
Let's listen. Cindy, any?
Values form the basis of a relationship, and just know whatever you start with, you will end with. So if this is something that you're willing to compromise, later on you cannot complain because you had a bit of a window to be to out. Now, for those who are getting into relationships, the secret is to date, right? Court a bit, don't get too fast. You know that thing of keeping the cookies in the cookie jar? It's so for real. If you can abstain as much as possible and keep this relationship, and I'm speaking from experience and hence why I got married, if you can abstain for the longest time and keep the relationship about knowing each other, you will be very surprised about how refreshing it is and how you get to know this person outside of the hang-ups of we have to have sex and so on and so forth. And I feel that's why a lot of people are getting themselves into situationships, because now you've had sex, now you have a child, and then what? Then you discover this guy doesn't want children. And now he's with you because he's trying to be a good person. So know your value set in the beginning. Understand that people can change, so don't be too rigid in your value set. And you will only know that if you date. Nice, clean, and square.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Get to know the person. Go on long walks. I said it last time and they hated on me.
Yes.
Take those long walks because then you have nothing distracting you. You have to talk. This is KalekyeMumoLive&Uncut. Thank you so much, Moji Shortbabaa.
Thank you.
By the way, check out his song. It's really dope. Yeah? And Cindy, the baby. Strong. It's our baby. It is our baby. It is our baby. But thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for the conversation. I mean, the aim is to make sure that we are building the next generation with something that they can open their minds to and see clearly. If our mistakes are anything to help everybody else, then let's do that. Thank you for watching. It's KalekyeMumoLive&Uncut. Remember to subscribe on KM Network, and that we will have more amazing relationship generated type of conversations on this series of Live and Uncut. So just keep telling me what it is you want to discuss, what other people you'd like to see on this seat having a conversation with me, and we'll do that. Peace.